Alright guys, Chris back with another video here today. We're going to do a quick video just going over the 4 black dash cards that were released going into next set, which will be available in January, as I said before. So all 4 of these, or all 3 of these cards are actually just pure support to Supreme Kai. Which is very interesting. So they're essentially trying to make this deck as viable as possible. And this deck now has what, 5 or 6 promos. I actually have to do the math and make the deck list, but this deck has quite a lot of promos. So we have Sun Goten challenging the Dark Empire. This is a 25k double strike, overwhelm 6 if your leader is a black Supreme Kai of Time, so literally only used in one deck. When this card would be removed from the battle area, it's removed from the game instead. When this card is played from your hand, draw 1, and then activate main if your leader is a black Supreme Kai of Time. You have 2 or more energy, and you have a Trunks Xeno in play. Play this card from your hand or warp. So, this card has a lot of usage to it. You're going to be able to play this out pretty easily, because you're going to play Trunkses. And this card allows you to just play it as a 1-drop double strike 25k. That when it's played from your hand, you get the draw card. So this is like almost like a thwarting kind of situation here, but it's only for Supreme Kai. Now, if you play this card off of Overwhelm, it will leave the game. Whenever it dies, it will leave the game. But being able to play this card from the warp and/or hand is just very good value, very good value. We have 1-drop Pan Xeno, not Xeno. Technically it's Xeno, but Z battle card. So this is Pan, search for another world. 15k auto if your leader is a Supreme Kai of Time. When this card is placed, when a card is placed from your life and you're dropped by one of your leader skills, add the top card of your deck to your life. So this allows you to use your leader effect, which allows you to keep overwhelm cards on board that have been played or that you're going to play. And this card, you have to crit a life. So, but this card actually allows you to sustain. Now this card does not have barrier. This have any defensive stuff at all. So this card's gonna die pretty quickly in a lot of matchups. Activate main, Bond 3, card with Xeno in its character name. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards and send it to the owner's warp. This is good. So this card actually has built-in removal, which is very powerful. But again, this card has no defense, and that's a problem, right? You're probably going to play this on one turn and then just overwhelm, and then it's probably going to be gone after that. But this card won't. If this card lasts longer than one turn, it's going to give you tons of value. But they did not give it like a barrier or anything, so it's gonna it's gonna be hit by most of the counter plays in the game. And then we have these 2 cards. So we have Trunks challenging the Dark Empire. This is a 19k dual attack overall. Again, if your leader is a black Supreme Kai of Time. When this card attacks, use 1 card with a 5k combo from your power from your warp and the combo area with the skills negated for the turn. So essentially making this card a 24k dual attacker that adds 2 cards to your Z energy. This is very good. So you can play this guy out for 0 and then play the other Goten out for 1. And you have 3 swings for 1 energy, which is pretty powerful. So again, they did leader lock all of the stuff to the Supreme Kai of Time leader, which I don't necessarily agree with. But they're really trying to push that deck to be good, at least from what it seems like. And then we have a Majin Buu. This is Pure Destroyer. So it's a 1-drop blocker. If your leader is if your leader's backside is Majin Buu, leader Agent Destruction. Front side is facing up. You have 6 life or less, and you have 2 or more energy. You flip up to one of your leaders to its backside, draw 2, remove this card from the game. So this card just allows you to awaken early with AOD, which is not really something you want to do. I feel like I don't know. It just doesn't seem like you want to awaken that early. I could be wrong, but it is kind of interesting. They did add some weird AOD support. The bottom effect though is just pure black generic. If your leader is black, you have 3 more energy, and you place one of your Z energy in your drop. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, place it under this card. This card gets 20k power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this bottom effect actually is worth playing in any black deck, and this is going to be, this is actually probably the best Z battle card for black decks, at least right now. There's not a ton. If we have Demigra, which is quite mid. You have the Vegeta, which is good, but it doesn't really do much outside of, you know, just allowing you to just cycle a few cards. This card has removal, and it's a 25k body. Also acts as a blocker, just for any black deck. So I think so far out of this and maybe the King Cold battle card that came out for green, these are probably the two best promo cards that we have coming out of the Dash Pack. Just like generically good. The Cooler is good. There's the Frieza card's also really, really good. But the King Cold card and this, I think, are probably my two favorites coming out of the Dash Pack. Now, since I'm here, we're gonna go over the two Agents of Destruction cards that got announced as well. Just because I don't think having a video just based off of these two cards would really be very, you know, interesting to watch. But we have the Omega Shinron, the strongest agent of destruction. It's an 8-drop deflect, 30k. If your opponent has 3 more energy, this card gains triple strike. When this card is played, you choose one. You either draw one or you remove a battle card, ignoring barrier. Activate main if your leader has an agent of destruction in its name, and the total number of cards with agent of destruction in their name in their leader area. Energy, Z, battle card, battle area, and drop is 7 or more. Play this card from your hand. This card is very powerful. So you can play this for 1. Really at any point. So you're going to have your leader. By the time you charge, you know, you're like turn 3. You're going to have 4. If you have 2 battle cards in board, that's 6. But 5, you have 2 cards and drop, 7. Like, it's gonna be very easy to play this guy out, and the fact that he's just a 30k, it's gonna be triple strike after turn 3, can kill something ignoring barrier, or just draws you a card. Thank God it's limit 1. But between this and then your free plays, this deck just continuously just keeps getting better and better and better. I can see this leader just being playable again. Right now, this deck has barrier removal, which is, I don't think it's something it was missing, but it didn't have barrier removal, right? So now you have this on top of everything else. It's really, really nuts what this deck can actually do. Then we have the Janempa. Permanent, this card's original skills can't be negated in any area. This card can't be added to a player's hand. Auto, when this card is played from your hand, you draw 1, you burst 1, then draw 1. Then activate main if you have 3 more energy, you add 1 agent instruction card other than this card to your hand. At the end of your turn, switch this card to active mode. So the idea of this is they changed it so you can't go through the Janempa Xeno chain, essentially, which you would have been able to do. You can play the guy for free, and then you can just go up the chain, right? So what they want this card to be used for is they want you to because I think you have to bounce it back and you can do some stuff with it, because you can't go into what's called Bewitching Blow. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't remember what the card that got limited. So it's a cool card. I definitely can see having some usage. It's weird. The wording on this card, as they can see some people in the, I know this was a big topic in the when it got revealed a few days ago. But people seem to be very not so high on this card just because of the wording of it. So I'm not super knowledgeable of the the AOD deck and how it functions completely. So this card may be cracked for the deck. I don't know what. So I do think it's cool that you can add back any Agent of Destruction card to your hand. So it's it's essentially gonna be from battle area. So the idea of it, I know at least from seeing stuff people talk about it, is you can bounce the Garlic Jr. counterplay back. So you can play Garlic Jr., which plays out a 2-drop. So you can play this from your deck, or you can play Turles or whatever, right? So then on your next turn, you play this guy out. You can then bounce back the Garlic. You can bounce back your any of your other Agents of Destruction. So then you can free play them again. So just so you're getting more value out of it. That's kind of the whole idea. You can bounce stuff back. And it's a 15k body. So that's kind of cool. Something also to note too, it is a blue card. So it is something that you can actually charge now in your deck rather than just charging all of your 1-drop Babidis. So you have something that you can use Senzu Bean for. I don't know if the deck actually would run Senzu Bean, actually thinking about it anymore, because of the errata. But yeah, that's something that's pretty interesting. So that does it for me today, guys. If you guys like this, After this, we're going to actually be jumping into. I'm going to be making a deck for each card that was revealed when it comes to the dash packs, just to see you guys like a more upgraded version of what the deck could look like with those added cards. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for all the support as always, and I will see you guys in the next video.